Let's see the next example of use. It's a foil tent, and we need to do temperature monitoring. What we want to do is measure the temperature in the tent in 4 distant places using 4 sensors. The task is to generate an alarm and turn heating on if the temperature falls below 5 degrees in much of the tent, which is at least on 3 sensors, and when this persists at least for 15 minutes. Now, if it is only colder at fewer points, it makes no sense to turn on the heating because the temperature will equalize over time. So therefore, we need to count the sensors that show the temperature below 5 degrees. Let's see how can we do this. Go back to the settings and delete all settings. Okay. Let's rename the temperature sensors. Okay. So we have 4 temperature sensors, and if the temperature goes below 5 degrees, so sensor information, sensor below limit, sorry, selected the wrong sensor, sensor below limit, 5. We need to do that for the 4 sensors. What do we need to do here? We need to count the sensors which show temperature below 5 degrees. So we will use a register and increment the register value by 1 in case of each sensor. Okay, now if the temperature goes beyond 5 degrees, we need to decrement the given register value. So we will select the sensor overlimit. (5 degrees), the same for the 4 sensors. And this will decrement the register value by 1. Okay, now if register 1 goes beyond limit, so on at least 3 sensors we have a temperature below 5 degrees, In that case, we need to start the timer from 15 minutes in another register. So how we do this? If register value is over limit, it's over 2, which means on at least 3 sensors. So when it reaches 3, that means over 2. We need to start the timer. In a different register, of course, from 15 minutes, which is 900 seconds. If register 1 goes below 3, we need to stop the timer because in this case, there are less than 3 sensors that show the temperature below 5 degrees. So register below limit, still register 1, below 3. Stop the timer in register, register 2. Okay, what we also need to do is reset the timer back to 900. So register value for register 2 is 900. Now, if register 2 reaches 0, it means that we are over 15 minutes and there are still 3 sensors that show a temperature below 5 degrees. So we need to turn heating on by activating a relay output. So register value equals register 2 in that case, we turn heating on, relay close, heating. Now we will not turn off heat or we will not set a time for heating, we will turn it off with the next event. So, and if register 1 equals 0, we will turn heating off. Using the relay open action. Now, we also need a safety setting for register 1 to prevent it from going below 0. If register 1 is below limit, then reset the register value back to 0. And that's all we need to configure for this task. There's one more left I didn't show you yet for the register actions. When you are working with binary values, you can also use the Bitmask window where you can set the binary values for each bit separately. So you have 32 bits for that register and you can set the bits one by one if you need. Of course, this will be converted to a decimal value, and that's what will be entered in the box, in the value box.